What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about Borderlands 3 and its potential to be a games as a service game. And this is really, I think, a critical question because we're definitely seeing games as a service games when they launch being in a very poor and unfinished state, with obviously hopefully an exception to be coming out soon in The Division 2. Reviews are still out on that, and at this time I'm very hopeful that it's going to be a great game and set a brand new standard for how games as a service launch. But as this relates to Borderlands, Borderlands 2 was one of my all-time favorite games from the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 generation, and the fact that they eventually brought this over to the Xbox One and PS4 I thought was a really good choice. In fact, we've even seen Borderlands 2 remastered in terms of VR, which is truly mind-blowing just to think about where this franchise and where this game is, and how much power and how much clout and how much we appreciate this game for what it does in the looter-shooter category. And one of the things that's obviously very clear is that you see, whenever you see a looter shooter, it's usually compared to Borderlands 2. Is Destiny the Borderlands of the online world? Is Anthem the Borderlands? Is Division the Borderlands? Borderlands has come in and it's set the standard, and it still holds that high bar today, and that's the risk, and that's the concern that I have for if this game is to launch as a games as a service. Because up to this point, like even if Division 2 launches in an incredible state, I think that would help raise the bar. But Division 2 being a sequel, being a game that, especially Division 1, took a while to get launched. Warframe took a while to really kind of find its footing and kind of, fit that mold to really fit in that kind of online shared world space. Like, what could they do with Borderlands, and would that run the risk of ruining it for people who really have like this great admiration and great appreciation for everything that Borderlands 2 did and continues to do today? Like, this game is still fun to jump in and play because it's set aside, it's protected, it's not this online continuing investment. So the game just runs, it does exactly what you need it to do, but that is where kind of this comparison ends. And that is where, as a gamer who plays games for a long time, where you see the age of Fortnite, where you see the age of Warframe, Anthem, Division, Destiny, for all case and purposes, like all of those are trying to establish that game that you live in and you breathe that world, and there runs an obviously tangible risk of burnout and frustration, as well as just a bad launch, bad press, bad headlines, bad reviews that will haunt the game even years after it's either been improved or continues to run. I mean, Warframe is a classic example where the devs just buckled down and they really built this fascinating world that continues to be enjoyed by many, many people today. So that's where I kind of go back and forth on this, and that's why I really would like to know like your opinion, because I see there's a fatigue within the industry. I see there's a fatigue within gamers where we yearn for these games to be complete games, especially if they're going to charge money for it. And I think that's where kind of the disconnect comes in, is that if it's going to be this games as a service, how does that affect the monetization model? Because if it is not quote unquote finished, you expect something like a free play or free trial or however they end up deciding to do it. But I don't think publishers want to go that route. And Battleborn is a real classic example of this, and how that game launched, especially right around, it's so crazy to think that May 3rd, like that's when Battleborn came out. That was right around the time of Overwatch. And over the course since then, since this game has been in development, Borderlands 3 in this case, rumored, not rumored, whatever, there's so much has changed in the gaming industry as a whole. You see Fortnite just coming on the scene, screaming and making just unbelievable amounts of money, and obviously, garnering the attention of lots of gamers, being that one game that people continue to play, continue to get updated and support, but obviously being that quote unquote free game or free to start, because they're going to find ways to make you want to obviously open your wallet, either for a support perspective or just to make your character look different. And that's just where I go back and forth. If Borderlands is a game as a service, as long as it's smooth and has a nice, easy launch, I think it could be a game that blows everybody away. Because again, Borderlands 2 setting the gold standard for what it means to be a looter shooter. If they can nail that magic in an online world, and that persistent shared world looter shooter world, holy crap! Like, that would be something that would just blow my mind, and could obviously raise the bar for any game to follow it thereafter. And maybe that's why things have been so quiet, because if they came out and said, here you go, it's a games as a service game, it's going to continue to be rolled out, and there's not really that much content in it today, but just wait, and they gave people like 6 months, a year to worry or to fret or to speculate about it. You know, like who knows what could end up happening. But if they are sitting here saying Borderlands 3 dropping, yep, games as a service, it's online shared world shooter done right. I mean, that's the marketing they could easily roll with if they have that level of confidence in the game and the franchise itself. I couldn't blame them. I mean, it's an insanely amazing game. If you guys have not played it, I highly recommend it. You probably could find it really cheap somewhere out in the world. Get some buddies, go nuts and go have fun. So that's where I kind of go back and forth. I think if it was a game that continued to persist, that'd be a game that you could easily jump in and invest time in, and you know, years from now continue to be playing, and it could be a whole different game. So we don't end up having these long, you know, like gaps in terms of like the world of Pandora and Borderlands itself. I mean, just look at the visuals of this game. It still holds up because of the nature that they've designed it. And I'm sure that obviously 7+ years of investment could hopefully mean more. Who knows how long they've actually been working on this. Obviously, you know, all this is speculative until we get more, and hopefully, you know, not E3, but hopefully Pax East is when they finally reveal this to us so we can actually start getting some idea of what's happening, when it's happening, and be able to jump back in, play with some new characters, hopefully maybe see some great returning ones. Gunzerker happens to be, and Necromancer. Oh my gosh, that was some of my favorite classes to play ever. Anyway, without making this an insanely long video for no apparent reason, guys, let me know your thoughts below. Shared world versus not shared world. Like, you know, weigh the strengths and weigh the pros and cons, because you know, no one's been able to do it. I'm rooting for Division 2. But if anybody could come out of the gate swinging and really kind of, you know, drop the mic, I think it could be Borderlands. But that's just my thoughts. I go back and forth. So today I'm definitely pro games as a service. Who knows what I'm going to be tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling about Borderlands or anything, anything gaming related in the comments below. I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like it, if you like Borderlands, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And hopefully we'll see you in our next video. But until then, take care. Hey guys, it's me, Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're new here, we hope you hit that subscribe button, check us out. We talk a lot about video games, and we hope to at least hear from you in the comments below. We also try to respond to our comments. You know, we really appreciate the comments, the discussion, all the various points of view that everybody is so kindly, I guess impolitely or impolitely shares with us from time to time. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. We hope you hit that like button. We hope you hit that subscribe button. Come back for more content each and every day. We post a lot around here, and we'd love to hear from you about what you like about video games and everything, and especially if you have any questions that you're stuck on in anything. So anyway, signing off. See you next time.